Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you the Feelworld F6 Plus monitor that I've just received. Instead of showing you, or should I say doing a review of the monitor which you can pretty much find everywhere on YouTube, I thought I will show you the menu system because I believe this monitor that I've received is the latest version, which has got the USB Type-C input that you can see here. So right now I'm not using any of the MPF battery or the Sony LPE6 battery. It's powered by this UsbC, which is running through a power bank. The cable that you use to connect the power bank is quite picky for this monitor. Basically, it only accepts USB Type A to Type C when you plug it into your power bank. I try to use a USB Type C to C cable to power it through my power bank. For some reason, it doesn't power up, so bear that in mind. So this monitor has got the touchscreen function, which is very good. You can see that right now out of the box it's set to control the volume if you swipe up and down on the right side of the monitor if you got the headphone plug-in underneath the headphone jack here. Obviously I haven't got it, so I'll set it to 0. On the left side, if you swipe up and down, you could see that it controls the backlight. Out of the box I believe it's set at 50%. Right now, just for demonstration purposes, I'll just set it to 100%. So the way it works is that if you tap twice on the left hand side of the monitor, it brings up a menu. So the first one allows you to choose the waves. So you can see if you tap on all waves, it will show you all the information that you can see here. And for the parade, it doesn't just show that. You can see if I switch here, it will cycle through different types of parade, which is really useful. See, if you don't want to show all waves, you could selectively select, only to show one parade on the screen, as you can see here. And the third one is obviously if you cycle through the Vectorscope, you can turn on and off. And then histogram, which is pretty self-explanatory. Focus assist, you can turn on and off, and then it allows you to select the focus assist level, whereby how bright you want the focus assist to display. I leave it on pretty high so that it's clearly visible. And of course you could change the color as well. Blue, white, yellow, red, and green. I leave it at green because that's just the color that I think is quite visible. I'll turn off the focus assist. The next one is audio meter, when you can see here. The next is zebra, which shows you whether any part of the screen is blown out. As you can see right now, it's a bit blown out on the table. And monochrome, just to show you black and white, which shows different color, which is really useful. And last but not least is the false color. I believe earlier version has only got one type of false color. This one, they introduced the second type of false color, which in my opinion is really good for you want to check skin tone really quickly. On the second menu, it allows you to introduce a grid, which you can see I already turned on because I do this to every of my camera. And the second one is the safety marker. Different percentage of safety marker. 16:9, 16:10, 4:3 ratio, 5:4. You can see that there are a lot of functions where it allows you to select. And the third one is the center marker. And the fourth one is the marker mat off. 16:9, 16:10, 4:3, 1.85 to 1, you know, and so on and so forth. And lastly is the color: black, yellow, red, green, blue, white. The third one is the scan mode, so I leave it at overscan. The sub menu is the video aspect ratio. You could select 16:9, 16:10, 4:3, 5:4, you know, so on and so forth. I leave it at auto most of the time because it detects the feed from the HDMI cable, and then, you know, it will display appropriately. And there is anamorphic mode. If you were to use like anamorphic lens, you could cycle through different factors where it will stretch or, you know, squeeze according to the lens you use. That's zoom times and the freeze frame, pixel to pixel, and that's it. And like I said, because it's a touchscreen, it allows pinch to zoom in real time on any part. You can see here. That is really useful. So the fourth tab is the LUT and color control of the screen. For those that do not know, this monitor allows you to import your own custom LUT into an SD card and put it into this monitor. So going through this menu, it allows you to display different kinds of LUT. So the first one is the HDR, if you are working on the HDR workflow. I haven't got a LUT imported, but I'll quickly show you like how it works. Basically, you switch the LUT switch on. So out of the box, it has got a few LUTs already. So you could choose different LUTs. So if you got custom LUT imported in the SD card, you could do it this way, and it will initialize and pick up, you know, the LUTs that you have imported. But like I said, I haven't got it, so that's just how you do. And then it also has got custom control of, you know, different screen backlights, brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, sharpness, etc. The last tab is the settings, whereby the first one there is a wheel on top of here where it allows you to change what it controls. Basically, it alternates between backlight or volume. So right now it's set at controlling the backlight because, like I said previously, I haven't got a headset connected, so I always automatically control the backlight here. It's quite handy. I mean, obviously you could do it here. Sorry, on the other side. You know, but yeah. The second one is, you know, the rest are pretty self-explanatory. Second one is language, transparency, on-screen display time, auto mirror, flip. If you were to like flip it on the other way around to the front, it will automatically flip it for you. Auto mirror on, volume, reset, and out of the box I have got the V2.1 firmware, which I believe is the latest one, because again this unit has got the Type-C power input, so I believe that is the latest version. Right, the next function I'm going to show you for this monitor is that if you do a down swipe and up from here, you can bring up, you know, the focus assist, the histogram, audio meter, the parade, the Vectorscope, you could cycle it through here. I'll turn this off. Or all waves, whereby it shows, you know, all the information here. But like I said, for the parade, if you want to choose different kind of information, all you need to do is double tap on the right side, bring up here. You could cycle through different types of parade that is shown on the map. So to turn it off, obviously tap. This monitor comes with a bracket that allows me to like attach the monitor to a hot shoe, as you can see here. But I'll show you quickly why I got a custom mount instead of using this. As you can see, if I were to mount this here by using this orientation, you won't be able to power. Well, you can, but it's quite fiddly. You have to angle it slightly out, and that affects your view. But basically, if you imagine, if I were to put it here, this cable is not able to go through the bracket, isn't it? So I think Feelworld needs to improve this, or, you know, move the power onto the other side, or even to the side, because it's just counterintuitive. But regardless, I would recommend this bracket because it allows like 360 rotation of this monitor, and also I'll show you quickly. So I've got quite a lot of cables dangling here and there, but you can see here I can do it quickly. This is significantly like smaller than the bracket, but the downside is that because this bracket comes with like another cold shoe on the side where it allows me to attach a mic, but because I'm using this, I haven't got a cold shoe mount. So what I did is get like a Smallrig cold shoe and attach it on top. You could just about see there, so that I can mount my microphone on top. There is actually another mount on the side here, whereby if you get another cold shoe, you could, you know, bolt it here. I definitely recommend getting this because it's like a smaller profile and the flexibility is a lot better than using the bracket. Don't get me wrong, the bracket is really useful, but for me, it's not as useful if I want to power it using a power bank that I have lying around at home, whereby I don't have to, you know, get big NPF batteries hanging on the back of the monitor, because, you know, nowadays everybody has got a power bank. So right now I'm going to be demonstrating to you like the problem that I have mentioned just now about the field monitor being quite picky about what cable you use to power it using the power bank. You could just about see here that it is connected from the USB Type A to C port, and it powered the monitor up no problem. So what happens if I change this to C to C cable? I'll just unplug this now. You can see it's power off. And if I were to plug in a USB Type C, to Type C, you could see that it would not power this monitor up for some reason, which is pretty strange because USB Type C to C, you know, offers higher power. Perhaps that's the problem, because, you know, the power is too high for the monitor. I do not know, but keep that in mind if, you know, you're planning to power this using a power bank. If you thought that there is something wrong with it, it's because of the cable. Just remember to use a Type A right now. You can see here. to type C. Instantly you can see the light turns on. All you need to do is turn it on, and voila. Another con that I do not like about this is that it doesn't show anything that is shown on the screen itself. For example, you do not know whether you are recording if, for example, if you imagine you are doing a vlog style video and then this monitor is facing the other way around. So basically this is what you see. Obviously you could swipe up and bring up all the information as previously said, but there's no way for you to know, like, you know, whether you are recording or not, which is the con that I do not like. The disadvantage of this monitor is that although it's a touchscreen, it doesn't allow us to touch to focus. Basically, the touchscreen function only allows us to control the monitor itself. This is a problem whereby, you know, I've already encountered that when I'm shooting a video like a vlog style where the screen is turned onto the front, I'm not sure whether, you know, the camera is recording. So there's no way you could see that it's recording at all, even by, you know, turning on all the information here. I have already experienced once whereby I thought I have pressed the record button, but I didn't, so nothing was recorded, which is kind of a bummer. So I hope that Feelworld will see this and perhaps, you know, introduce some sort of a information display through the HDMI to show that it is being recorded. As it stands right now, you know, you are just looking at the screen. Hope you find this useful because I don't think I've seen any recent videos that go through all the menu functions. Again, like I said, this is a Type-C input model whereby it tells me this is the latest version that I have at the time of posting.